Kia ora and welcome to Academy News. Tonight, we join the city to surf, find out what's happening at the Annington Stream, and it's all gone to the dogs at the annual Wolfham Coull's Food Party. But first, the brand new Court Theatre has just opened in the city. Emily Coull looks back at the journey to get there.
After 5 years of design and a 2-year build, on May the 3rd, the brand new Court Theatre opened its doors to an excited public. And no one was more excited than Ross Gumley, who has overseen it all.
I trained in 1985 with the company and then was a director and then was artistic director for 14 years. So bringing that knowledge of what allows a space to work as a theatre has been my job, bringing that to the design team.
Opening in 1971, the Court Theatre is now New Zealand's largest theatre company, staging between 15 and 20 shows a year. From 1976, their home was in the Arts Centre until the earthquake.
The court over the years has become the people's theatre. For instance, when the earthquakes came along in 2011, people started to send us money to get back up and running before we even had a plan.
That's when they moved to the shed. This grain store in Annington was converted and became the court's temporary home until they could build a new theatre. The shed became a real favourite with the public who loved the vibe and accessibility, but it wasn't an easy venue.
It's not comfortable for our staff to work in. It can be very cold in winter. It's not much light in here.
It's an end of an era for the stage as the show ends here. The curtain rises on a whole new act here.
We know how loved we are by the Christchurch audience, and with that comes great responsibility to make sure that we are providing great theatre experiences for them. The reason that I think theatre is important is that it's crucial for us to meet together socially and to share stories. And theatre does that better than anything else, because you're right in the moment sharing with other people a play coming from the stage, which can entertain, provoke, make you think, can make you feel, can touch your heart.
With a stunning line-up of shows in this year's programme, it's going to be a busy year. Congratulations, Court Theatre! May your next act be as successful as all the others. Emily Coull, Academy News.
They are diggers and trucks harder work at Haiti Park South. Jonty Parker takes a look.
Allison Brook is one of the most polluted waterways in Christchurch. So in January this year, it was closed off to the public and work got underway to fix it.
The waterway right now has a very steep cut and it goes straight. And what we're going to do is we're going to wind it through the park. And what that does is it slows down the water. And we're also going to flatten some of those steep banks. And what that does is it allows plantings to be planted there, and it'll filter out some of those contaminants. We're going to plant about 500 new trees all along the waterway. The waterways also allow for drainage in the city, so it's to help reduce the risk of flooding.
Well, so over here, Jonty, there's a pump that's set up, and what's happening is that's taking the water that's coming down this waterway, and we're pumping it around the work site that we're working in, and all the water is going around.
New fresh water?
Yeah, and so in this area it just allows us to work even though we keep the waterway open.
Oh yeah. The work will be finished about September
When the waterway reopens, it'll start to improve the health of the waterways. So fish and eels will start to come back in greater numbers, so that'll be kind of neat. There'll be all kinds of new trees, which will start to grow, and new plantings. People can walk down to the waterway, and there'll be some rocks where they can kind of sit or just be able to look at the waterways. So it's nice to be around nature, especially in some of these nice parks, and to be around the water.
So lots of work right now. One day it's going to be beautiful. Jonty Parker in Killamere News.
There are more than 50 community gardens in Canterbury, with several thriving in the eastern suburbs of the city. Samantha McLachlan went to the Linwood Community Gardens to find out more.
There's usually something productive happening in these gardens under the watchful eye of Geordie.
Really my job is to organise myself and other people, usually volunteers, who like coming to help in the garden to get those jobs done. The fruit and vegetables that come out of this garden go back to those people who come to the community house, or we put them in the pātaka kai, and we also have some relationships with churches who do community lunches, so we provide them with some food as well. The main goal is to have a really nice, safe space for people to experience gardening.
There are two parts to these gardens, this communal area, and further back are the allotments.
People not wanting to garden communally can kind of rent a small garden, which means they put the work in and they get all of the produce back. They give me a koha of an hour or two a week helping with whatever jobs I need to have done, so that might be weeding in the main garden or mowing the lawn.
According to Geordie, there's something very special about being outside this practical work.
Having my hands in the soil is definitely special for my own well-being. Part of this place is being able to pass on our knowledge to anyone who's interested. But yeah, everyone is welcome here. You don't have to be a gardener, it's just a community space for everyone, and yeah.
Like what Geordie said, we have a great time in the gardens, we get our hands dirty. This is Samantha McLachlan and KMU.
It was a dog day afternoon at the Waltham Pool for their end of season pooch party. Mark Lewis was there.
It's an animal party where dogs can't believe their luck. For this one day in the year, they get the pools to themselves. The annual Pooch Pool Party first started 7 years ago. That's 49 dog years.
The first year we had 2 open sessions throughout the day, but it got very crowded. Like we had a line of dogs all the way down the street. So learning from that, we then decided to then do 4 sessions. We start off with the small dogs, then we go to the medium dogs, large dogs, and then we close with an open dog. So if you couldn't make the one that was for your dog, you could come to the open dog session.
The Waltham Pool has a beach area that makes it easy for dogs to get out of the water.
There's a lot of land space, so we have like the hilled area, and the dogs just love to chase each other and run around, and yeah, just it's very noisy, trust me. There's a lot of barking.
And everyone here sure it is having a lot of fun. No wonder this is the most popular party in the council's calendar.
These dogs are having another time. So am I. Can't wait until next year. Mark Lewis, Academy News.
The annual City 2 serve took place in March, with record numbers taken on for talent. Elliot Wood met 2 athletes training for the event.
Sisters May and Button Carpenter are in training for the annual City to Surf, Christchurch's most iconic fun run, but they know what they're in for.
We did it last year as well as this year. The best thing was that everybody came and sort of supported us all.
With a 12-kilometre route and a 6-kilometre option, May and Button are opting for the 6 kilometres. They've been training 3 times a week as the family and support workers also prepare. So, how do they feel about doing it all again?
It'll be great.
I feel excited.
Yeah.
So today's the day, and it's a great day for it. The City to Surf started in 1974, making it 51 years old this year. Today's event finished at Haiti Te Wani.
Here I am at the finish line of City to Surf. Bay, May and Button are out there among the crowd, heading for the finish line now. It's very hot for more than 10,000 runners.
This year, the event has been more popular than ever, with individuals, teams and families all giving it their best.
It's good to get out in the sun, do a run, dying, but it feels great. I feel pretty great about it. Yeah. No, it's good. It's good. I haven't done anything like this in a long time, but definitely worth it.
Very proud. Yep. First time we've achieved it. We didn't think we'd finish, but we made it.
So another successful year for this great Christchurch event.
Yeah, Button!
And well done, May and Button. Elliot Wood, Academy News.
Being smart with your smartphone is very hard work. Haiti Te Wani has met a local woman who has been upskilling. Here is what she has learnt.
George's Dreamer was invited to an Australian Society for Intellectual Disability conference in Wellington to share what she knows about online safety.
I was the only one with an intellectual disability that spoke at the conference, so yeah, and I got 2 standing ovations as well. So
the GG Citizens Framework was developed by Whole Pepper as a resource for the people who need extra support.
When I was young, a lot of people manipulated me into doing things that I should have not done in the past, but I've gone to learn now that I am a more confident person and I'm safe online again.
She wrote her speech, she practiced so hard and shared the entire class.
I'm grateful for the support I've received and proud of how far I've come. There's still a long road ahead, but I'm working hard to build a better future.
So how did it go?
I felt really honoured and very proud of myself for being up there and telling my personal story and my personal life up on stage in front of a lot of people. Yeah, and it's built my confidence up quite a lot, so yeah.
I want to share my story in the hope that it helps someone out there. Ever since I was introduced to the internet, it intrigued me.
So don't be afraid to ask for help if you're unsure about anything online. This is Haiti Te Wani Academy News.
They're popping into Ralston with a new hip-hop crew. It's going hard. Alice Scotson, check it out.
It's a family affair here at Swarm Studios 7, where mother and daughter team has a busy hip-hop studio.
Shalima does everything behind the scenes and admin, and then I do the dance. So we're kind of like a dream team. We know our strong points and we say to our strong points.
Stick to what you know.
You don't want an email from me, that's for sure. Have a smiley face at the end.
And you probably don't want me to take open class.
It's a winning combo with the full schedule of classes each week. It's becoming so popular they had to open another studio next to it.
Hip-hop is a culture, it is a lifestyle, and it is a community, and it's a space for anyone to be a part of.
Classes here run from preschool and adult beginners. There is even a Christmas class that I'm in.
I love teaching it, and I find it so special that we can have anyone come through our doors and be able to dance and be safe in a space that we created. I think there's definitely been an increase in people who have been interested in it. I think a lot of it comes from social media because people are able to access it much easier. Everyone loves to do a TikTok challenge and it is always dance, and then they find hip hop and they're like, oh, this is actually what I've been looking for. So because of the culture and how strong it is, I think that's what keeps it alive.
They have 2 sold-out shows a year and 2 full studios, but there is always room for more.
I have so many adults that come to our shows and they're like, oh, I wish I could do it, my kid did so well. And I'm like, you can go. We've got 100%. Beginner classes that literally teach you from scratch, like how to start and where to start. It doesn't matter if you're not great at it at the start. I wasn't great at it at the start, but I think just try it, at least try it. Yeah.
Let's go to Kevin News.
The new Brian Hopple's Haiti Te Wani has just reopened after being closed for a couple of months. Harrison Demouth finds out what's been happening.
Since opening 5 years ago, these hot pools at New Brighton have attracted well over 500,000 guests to the seaside suburb. They're incredibly popular, but they've been closed for the past 8 weeks for a routine maintenance.
So that's anything from maintenance of the pools to the plant room, which powers the pools, our light work, our security. We're upgrading our members' booking system for online, as well as a complete refresh of the sauna in the steam room.
Having to close for 8 weeks every 2 years seems like a lot.
That's because we're in a seaside environment, and so, you know, between sun, sea, sand, salt, seagulls, we have a lot to contend with here. So regular maintenance is required. Most city council facilities shut down every 3 years, but because of the environment, we need to shut down every 2.
These are saltwater pools, fully accessible for all users, and with 5 main pools.
So we've got a relax and unwind pool, which is right by the seaside. We also have an active pool for the warmer weather days, and also 2 family pools.
So after 8 weeks closed, they're open again now, brighter and bigger than ever, and with a whole lot to look forward to.
Once a month we do a full moon party, so you can soak under the stars, check out the moonlight and listen to a DJ. And we've got a lot of fun, new, exciting experiences which will be coming too. Something called a Starlight Cinema Soak, where you'll be able to actually soak in the hot pools in the comfort of a custom-made hammock with some popcorn, watching your favourite films.
Just try not to drop your popcorn, and given how popular these pools are, you may need to book. Harrison Demouth, Academy News.
The iconic netball ground in Christchurch, Happy Park, has been revamped. Angus Gordon checks out the new multicultural centre.
In 2020, Christchurch Netball moved to its new multi-million-dollar facility, leaving the perfect venue for the multicultural centre the council has been looking to create. In the heart of Hagley Park South, the building was perfectly placed, with some minor renovations required.
Most of the offices now that are home to the permanent groups have changed. They had to be changed because they were changing rooms or showers or the netball coordinators' offices. The toilets, there's quite a large female toilets because of the female presence of netball. We are having a massive renovation on the toilets at the end of the year.
There's a variety of rooms available for groups to book.
Home to like 75 groups per month, roundabout. People celebrating birthdays, different cultural events, dance groups, music groups, language schools, just to name a few, yeah.
And the Inclusive Performance Academy is just one of the groups that enjoys these facilities. Our screen stuff class just happens right upstairs.
The groups will come to me and ask if there's availability for the rooms for space, so I can tell them what's available. I work with them on like how many people would be attending the event, so I know what size room to give them. If they need a kitchen for catering, do they need a AV system, a projector. I work really close with the groups on those things to make sure that the centre gives them everything that they need.
For Natalie, the sheer range of interactions in a day makes this her dream job.
I'm getting to meet so many different people from different walks of life and getting to find out about their cultures, their stories, their history. One of the perks of the job is the lovely foods that everyone shares. So if there's a nice event on and someone's made some lovely foods from a different country and they want to share that with me, that's quite nice and special. I enjoy that.
The Christchurch Multicultural Centre, truly a venue for everyone. Angus Gordon, Academy News.
The foreigner community has been rallying behind their pools as it faces an uncertain future. Luka Willems finds out more.
Since 1911, a pool on this side and let's go check it out. It was once a Canadian pool. The swimming club here is more than 100 years old. Now, the Whanui Sports Centre also has a gym and a basketball court. But with the new Parker Centre opening, this centre is under threat.
The committee brought me in 5.5 years ago to re-establish the Whanui Sports Centre and Swimming Club as a key taonga in the Riccarton community. We like to refer to ourselves as a totara that stands tall and has roots that run very deeply and a canopy that embraces all that come under it.
Jane has led the way for this pool to become a super responsive to the community with diverse groups, all ages, and a huge variety of classes and activities here. And the community loved it.
The committee wanted to re-establish and really prove to the council that we couldn't be shut down. And I think we've really done that over the last 5.5 years to increase the numbers to, on average, 42,000 a year for the last 12 months and still looking like it's growing. 42,000 people through the door here is not going to translate to just picking that up and moving it into Parekora, the big shiny new facility in town. It is important that we have Parekora, but our community space here and the community that we address are comfortable here, and that would be a massive loss to our community.
Jean and the youth team of volunteers here will have another 2 years to prove their case after Parekora opens.
I think it's just really important that people understand that we're not just a swimming pool, that we are something that belongs to the community and that we are able to meet our community's needs.
Luka Willems, Academy News.
And that's the Academy News for now. As usual, our sponsors Dream Trust. Thank you, Dream Trust. You're awesome.
Huge thanks to everyone who appeared in these stories and helped along the way.
Until next time.
Thank you and good night.